Hello everyone! So this is part 2 of the Colourpop unboxing of the huge box of stuff that I got. So I've got some shimmering dry oils, and I forgot to do this one in the last video. So there's a Super Shock shadow, and there's a lip and cheek balm, some mascaras, and some cream gel liners and some lip products. But we'll start with the cream gel liners. So, camera focus. This one's called Power Trip, and I believe it's a duochrome, and this one's called Amethyst Hour. And I got Exit, which is white, and I got Wild Era and Prance. So we'll start with the duochrome one of the duochromes I got. So it's kind of like it looks kind of greeny tealy. So Power Trip is what it's called. It's kind of greeny tealy, but when I put it on, it's very blue, like a dark blue, but it shifts to like a purple. So it looks purple there, but then in the light, granted this is artificial light, it shifts from like a blue to a purple. It's a bit hard to see, plus my light is yellow, so that's not very helpful, but it's very pretty. So the next one is Prance, and don't worry about the packaging because I'm just going to throw it out. But Prance is such a lovely colour. I wear this one a lot actually. This one combined with Amethyst Hour I wear a lot. It's such a nice periwinkle colour, and it's so smooth, so creamy. I think the cream gel liners are so nice. I've never had any before. This is my first time getting them. And this one's Wild Era. I think this is also a duochrome. It's kind of like a lime green and a dark green, but you'll see once I put it on. I don't know why I'm putting them on my hand there. There you go. See, lime green and like a dark green in the shadow. It's very pretty. I like this one better than Power Trip, I think. I don't know, I'm just a huge fan of like the greens at the moment. Although I was obsessed with blues, which is probably why I got Power Trip and Prance. And this one's Exit, which I think it's always good to just have a white liner, just so that you can put like any colour you want over it, like especially pastels. It'll make the pastels look like they look in the box, I think, or the tin or whatever. I think it's very good to have a white liner. So that's those 4 so far. And then the last one I got was Amethyst Hour. And they say they're waterproof, 18-hour wear. So I will be testing that later. And they're meant to be smudge proof as well. So we'll see what that looks like. But yeah, this one and Prance I really like. They're such pretty colours. I was able to draw some small butterfly wings on my eyes using Prance and Amethyst Hour to go to a Peach PRC concert. It was very cute, and I had a lot of fun. There we go. That's all of them, and you can see the duochrome shift, which is very nice. I need more duochromes. I think they're so pretty. I'm a bit hesitant to touch them. So the glitter I don't know if it's because it hasn't set, but the glitter in the duochrome liners seems to rub off a little bit if you rub them, but the others don't. They're very resistant to smudging, except for Prance, which hasn't set, so that's why it's smudged. But the other ones, because they've set, are smudge proof. So next we have the lip and cheek balm and the Super Shock Shadow. So those are the ingredients, and I got the colour Lucky You, and the Super Shock Shadow I got the colour Sweet Tea. But we'll start with the lip and cheek balm. I just really wanted a blush that was like easy to apply. I didn't really care about the multi-factor, multi-use type thing. I was just going to use it for my cheeks. It was a bit hard to open on first, but now, since I've used it a lot, I use it like every day. Yeah, there's glitter on my fingers, so I'm going to need to use my pinky. But now that I use it every day, it opens up quite easily. And I didn't put a lot on my pinky, but it is, if you don't put a lot on, it is very buildable. But the second time I get a lot more product on my finger, so it's a lot brighter. But you can diffuse it out really quite easily. So that's that colour. It's kind of hard to see on my hand because my hand is already pretty pink. But on my face is a lot paler, so it's a lot easier to see. And it's so dewy, you can see like the shine. It's very nice. I prefer, I think, blush balms to powder blushes. Even though I have oily skin and it makes me look very sweaty, I just prefer the consistency. So this is Sweet Tea. It's kind of like a peachy, in real life it's kind of like a corally pink, but it looks really peachy on camera. It actually looks really nice with the lip and cheek balm. So I wear them together. What I do is I put the lip and cheek balm on my cheeks, and then on my eyes as like a base eyeshadow colour, and then I put the Super Shock Shadow on my lid, and it looks so nice. And that's like my everyday look, because you gotta have glitter in your everyday look, otherwise it's just boring. Yeah, so that's those ones, and as you can see it's a bit peachy, and this one is a little bit more pink, but it's a lot more coral in real life, the Super Shock Shadow. And this is the smudge proof waterproof test, and I am really scrubbing, so if there's any product removed it's because I scrubbed it really hard. So I think if you're just in the rain it should be fine. Next up is the Stranger Things Talk to Me Ultra Glossy Lip Trio. And I'm going to be very careful with this packaging because I really like it. I think it's very pretty. I really like the Christmas lights. And it just reminds me of that scene in Stranger Things with the Christmas lights, which is what this was inspired by, obviously. But it just reminds me of that scene, and I just got shivers when I watched that scene. I thought it was very well done. So I'm going to be really careful with this packaging because I want to keep it, unlike the other packaging. But yeah, they look like little Christmas lights. Very cute. And there's the logo. So these are very glossy. They kind of give your lips a little bit of like a glass look, which I like. I like glossy lips compared to matte lips, especially for summer. I prefer glossy lip. That's the red one. It looks a bit pinky, and you can see there's some like red, once the camera focuses, there's some red flaky glitters in it. And the next is the yellow. I actually think the yellow is my favorite. I don't know why. it's just a bit different. I like the yellow. It doesn't look super yellow on my lips because my lips are very red, but yeah, it's very nice. It looks kind of neutral on me, so the color doesn't show up much, and you can see there's lots of gold and red flakies in the yellow. It's so mesmerizing. It looks like a sunset. And now for the most interesting color, the blue, which I think if I put on my lips, I would just look cold. So I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of the blue. It is blue. As you can see, there's blue glitters in it too. And I think I'd look like I was very cold if I put this on. I haven't tried the blue yet. I've tried the red because I think that's the most wearable color. But yeah, that's the packaging. Very cute. I like season 1 better than any of the other seasons. I thought the end was quite fitting. Anyway, on to the shimmering dry oils. So I got 2 of the shimmering dry oils. I got Opal Teeny and I got Like Diamonds. And I got the Kabuki brush, I think that's what it's called. Just so I could apply the oil without getting it on my hands because I don't like greasy, I know it's a dry oil, but I don't really like greasy things. It's very soft, very nice, feels very nice on the skin. The brush, I mean. And we'll start with Like Diamonds. So this was the one I originally wanted to get because I just wanted like a white or like a pearlescent shimmering dry oil to put on my body. And you have to shake it first because the glitters do settle at the bottom. Ooh, so pretty. It looks very pearlescent. I love the color. So yeah, how to use it: shake well, massage into the skin liberally, apply liberally. Okay, we'll see how this goes on my cat tattoo. It took a few pumps before the product actually came out because obviously it hasn't been used before. And then we'll buff that out and we will see how it looks under the camera. I think it's a very nice subtle shimmer. It's not as in your face as if I was using a body glitter or something like that. I think this is nice and subtle. It just gives a little bit of a shine. And I like how it's just white pearly glitters. And it smells like coconut oil. It smells really good. So the next one is Opal Teeny, which is kind of like a lavender color. It's got pink in it, it's got purple in it. I'd say it's a bit of a lavender color. But yeah, I need to shake it first. And the camera does not know what to focus on. Yeah, you can see the pink glitters in there, but it's kind of got like a purpley opalescent color. And that was a lot. So I'm gonna have to catch that with the brush. So I think that was more liberal than Like Diamonds, but we'll see how it turns out. There we go. You can see the pink glitters. I think it's very pretty. Again, very subtle. There's pearly glitters in it, and I think it's very nice. I prefer Like Diamonds just because I want the clearness. But now we'll move on to the volumizing mascara. So I think I got 4, and I mean, they have the names on the box, but I got a teal and a blue and a wine red and a purple. This one kind of reminds me of Red Wine Supernova, not gonna lie. I see the cover and I'm like, colour, and I'm like, yeah. And then the song starts playing in my head and I'm like, oh no, it's stuck in my head again. Yeah, so that's what the brush looks like. And then I'm just gonna put some on my hand instead of my eyes, just so you can really see the colour. Because that's the colour it looks like on your eyelashes. It's very nice. I did try it out. It's kind of like when you wear a brown mascara. It's a bit different, and I like the look. The next one is the purple one, which I think I wear the purple one quite a bit actually. I wore this one to the Peach PRC concert with the Prance and the Amethyst Hour eyeliner. So this one is really nice. I love wearing this combined with some of the super shock shadows that I tried out last video. It looks really good with the pink one that I can't remember the name of. I think it's called Haze something. And here's the blue one. I just wanted a blue mascara because, again, as I said, I was obsessed with blue when I ordered this. I kind of go through my phases of being obsessed with something. At the moment, I'm obsessed with the greens. Everything is green. But I still really like the blues. I think the blues are very nice. And this is just a really nice blue that I can put on my eyelashes. And then we've got the tealy colour, which is a lot lighter on the outside packaging than it is on the inside. So that's what the outside packaging looks like. And I really like the cute little slogans they have on each of them. So this one said, apply for a pick-me-up, which I definitely do when I want a little extra colour. I love putting on the coloured mascaras. And it's a lot darker than the packaging. It's really nice though on the eyelashes. Again, something different. You don't really notice it at first, but then on closer inspection, you're kind of like, oh. Yeah. But that was everything in the unboxing. I think the things I liked the most were the Stranger Things Gloss Trio and the shimmering body oils. Again, they're the things I don't use as much, but yeah.